He allowed the fugitive alien woman to hide in his home, but he had no idea she was a queen. It was a stormy night when she knocked on my door. I lived alone in the hills, far from the central cities, and even farther from the war that had only just ended between Earth and the Thalari Dominion. My little cottage was nothing special. Old wood, stone chimney, and a view of the valley that made the silence feel endless. That silence shattered when she arrived. She didn't speak right away, just stood there, drenched, her cloak torn and face hidden by a hood. She was tall, trembling, and carrying a faint scent of starlight and ozone, something not quite human. Her glowing violet eyes barely peeked out as she whispered, "Please, I need somewhere to hide." I should have said no, should have asked who she was, but something in her voice, tired, desperate, lost, made me step aside. "Come in," I said. She stepped through the door like she was crossing a border between worlds. She didn't talk much that first night. I gave her clean clothes, let her use the fireplace to dry off, and set a plate of food in front of her. She eyed the vegetables like they might bite back, but slowly ate. I noticed little things. Her hands were smooth but scarred. Her body moved with the grace of someone trained in something serious. Military, maybe, or royalty. Her gaze scanned the room like she was always checking for threats. This was no ordinary fugitive. When I asked her name, she paused and said softly, "Call me Lyra." I nodded. I didn't ask for more. Over the next few days, she barely left the house. I let her stay in the guest room. She woke up at odd hours, wandered outside at night, and sometimes stood at the edge of the forest staring at the stars. Once, I found her silently crying near the old tree stump. She wiped her face quickly when she saw me. "It's nothing," she said. I didn't believe her, but I didn't press. I was just a man who fixed tools, grew herbs, and kept it himself. I never imagined someone like her would walk into my life. Not until the night everything changed. It was the sixth night. I woke to the sound of humming, low, harmonic, and strange, like alien music. I stepped out of my room and followed the sound to the living room. There, in front of the fire, Lyra stood in a gown of faintly glowing threads. Her hood was off, her hair shimmered silver blue, and her forehead bore a crest I had only seen in military briefings and news feeds. The mark of the Thalari royal family. My heart stopped. She turned slowly. "You weren't meant to see this," she said. Yes, I am the queen." She closed her eyes. Former queen, fugitive, hunted by my own. "Why?" "Because I chose peace," she said. "I signed a secret accord with your leaders before the war ended. My council called it betrayal. They tried to imprison me. I escaped." She looked away. "I didn't mean to endanger you." I stared at her. This woman, regal, powerful, wounded, was trusting me with her life. "Why here?" I asked. "Because your home was the only one that didn't send a signal when I passed. Because you opened your door when others would have shut it. Because—" She hesitated. "Because I felt safe." The next morning, ships came. Not many, just 3 black shuttles hovering over the treetops. I stood outside with Lyra beside me, her face hidden again beneath a hood. A squad of armored soldiers descended. The captain stepped forward. "We are searching for a fugitive Thalari war criminal. She is extremely dangerous." I glanced at Lyra. Her hands trembled slightly. I turned back. "No one like that here," I said. The captain eyed me. "Your records say you served in the last planetary defense unit." "I did." "Then you know how dangerous she is." "I know people change," I replied. He scowled, signaled to his men, and after a tense moment, they returned to the ships. They left. As silence returned, Lyra looked at me, stunned. "You lied for me." I told the truth, I said. She laughed, soft surprised, and maybe a little grateful. We lived quietly for the next month. She helped with repairs, asked questions about human customs, and even learned to cook over the fire. We laughed once, a real laugh, when she burned a pot of soup and blamed the vegetables for being too aggressive. We sat close by the fire most nights. One evening, she asked, "Do you resent me for hiding who I was?" I looked at her. No, I think, I'm glad I got to know the woman, not the crown. She stared at the flames. "I've never known peace like this," she whispered. "You deserve it." I'm not sure I ever did. I am. Eventually, she had to leave. Her people still hunted her. She couldn't hide forever, but she promised to send word, to find a way to return, openly as herself. The morning she left, she gave me a small device. "This holds my crest," she said. "It will let you speak to me, if you ever need me or if you ever just miss me." I held it tightly. "I'll wait," I said. She stepped close, touched my cheek. "I never thought I'd say this to a human," she murmured, "but I feel safe with you. I feel seen." And then she was gone. Months passed. I watched the stars at night, wondering where she was. One evening, the device she left blinked to life. Her voice echoed, "The crown is no longer mine, but I'm building something better. A council, a voice for peace. I want you with me. If you're willing, come find me." I smiled and packed my bag.